I think I'm at the point where fatigue is starting to become a problem. I do resistance training for about 5 days a week, and during my quote-unquote rest days, I'm either playing ball or jumping. It's been getting to the point where I half-ass my workouts just because I haven't been giving myself enough rest. I feel the need to just finish the workout rather than putting in actual work during that workout. So I'm here to tell you guys that you can have a goal set where you're working extremely hard to achieve it, but you should always take a break once in a while. Yes, working hard is great. Put in as much work as possible during your lifetime, but overworking yourself will break you down mentally and physically. Don't forget to enjoy life. Hang out with some friends, go on a walk, play some video games. Make time for other hobbies to take your mind away from the stress. That's definitely what I did. I hung out with some friends, I went biking around the city once in a while, looked at some beautiful ass sceneries. It was literally a breath of fresh air after being quarantined for months. I expected this to be a linear journey in terms of going from not dunking to dunking, but it's proved otherwise. It led to me learning about so many things that I never knew I needed until now. Anyway, so let's talk about my progress. Since my last video, I'd estimate my vertical increased by about 3 to 4 inches. I'm at that stage where progression is happening at a much slower pace. I'd say that I'm touching 10 feet quite frequently now. It's not the best angle, but here's me grabbing a 10-foot rim for the first time in my life. This really boosted my confidence because I've never done this before. Assuming that this is 10 feet, it really makes me think about how much I've progressed, which motivates me even more. Here's a better angle of the rim, but this jump wasn't my best. I didn't grab it this time, but if you zoom in, my fingers were touching the rim. There was also another instance where I touched 10 feet. This jump is my most recent one and probably my best. We got an indoor court to play some ball, so I took this as an opportunity to see how high I can get indoors with proper floors. You know I had to hang on for a while because it felt so good to be so close to dunking. I tried again after a 2-hour ball run to see if I could still grab it even though I'm tired. Unfortunately I couldn't, but at least I was pretty close. I finally managed to touch 10 feet on my driveway rim, which I've never done ever. Even if the ground was a little weird to jump on, I still got it, which is my own little accomplishment. This really makes me happy to see because being a 5'7" Asian guy, I always looked at dunking as some crazy phenomenon that I'd never experienced for myself. But after seeing these clips back to back to back, I can almost taste the excitement of throwing in my first dunk. This was my first dunking session in a while, and the most I was able to do was barely dunk on a 9-foot rim, and a 9'6" rim with a tennis ball. I remember how touching 9'6" was such a big accomplishment for me. This was the most I was able to do for about 2 months. Now I'm touching it off a 2-step jump with 2 hands as a warm-up. Also, I need an opinion on something. Let me know in the comments if this is considered a dunk, cause I'm genuinely unsure. This is on a 9'6" rim, by the way. It definitely isn't a clean one, but I mean, technically it is a dunk since I touched the rim and also put the ball in the hoop. Either way, I was never getting this high on a 9'6" rim, especially with a ball in my hands. So I'd say dunk or not, I'm really happy to see that I'm getting somewhere with my training. Sometimes I think about how lucky people are with good genetics. It really took me about 4 months of training just to touch 10 feet, while all these natural athletes have been doing it since middle school, high school. My friend Ryan is 5'6", does not work out at all, and is dunking easily. Makes me kinda jealous, but at the same time, I'm okay with it because it'll make me work for it. So hopefully this series can be wrapped up pretty soon, because I can see that I'm so close. Who knows? Maybe the next video will be the last.